Hello students, a very good afternoon to all the students. So students, in our last class we have completed the topic from cocoon to silk. So I hope it is clear to you. If you have any kind of doubt, feel free to ask. So students, today we are going to start with a new topic, that is varieties of natural silk. So students, there are different varieties of natural silk. Today we are going to understand each of them one by one. Okay students? So, the silk yarn or the thread is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth. So, students, after going through the chapter, we come to know that the silk thread is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth. There are varieties of silk moth that look very different from one another. So, students, silk moth are of great varieties. That means there are different silk moth, and all of them look very much different from one another. The silk yarn or the thread obtained from them is different in texture. That means they are different in the coarse, smooth and shiny. So students, here it is said that the yarn or the thread that is obtained from the cocoon is very much different in the texture. They may be rough. Coarse means rough, okay? They may be rough in texture, they may be smooth in texture, or they may be shiny. So students, I hope it is clear to you. So moving on to the first one, that is mulberry silk moth. So students, mulberry silk moth is the most common silk moth, okay? It is the most common silk moth. The bulk of the world's silk supply comes from the mulberry silk moth. That means a large amount of silk supply come from the mulberry silk moth, okay? The silk fiber from the cocoon of this moth is soft. The fiber that is obtained from mulberry silk moth is soft, lustrous and elastic. That means soft, shiny and elastic, okay students? So, it can be dyed in beautiful colors. So students, the silk thread that is obtained from the mulberry silk moth can be dyed in different and beautiful colors. So moving on to the second one, that is tussar silkworm. So students, tussar silkworm mainly feed on arjun leaves. Okay, arjun is the name of a tree, and this kind of silkworm, they mainly feed on arjun leaves. They produce tussar silk. Okay students, the silk that are obtained from the tussar silkworm is known as the tussar silk. So moving on to the third one, that is airy silkworms. So students, airy silkworm feed on the castor leaf, okay? They produce a brick red silk called the airy silk. So students, the silk that is produced by the airy silkworms are known as airy silk, okay? So the last one is muga silkworm. So students, muga silkworm feed on the som leaves, okay students? Som is the name of a tree. They produce a lustrous golden yellow muga silk. So students, they produce a lustrous, that means a shiny golden yellow muga silk. So students, muga silkworms are found only in Assam. You have to remember this. They are found only in Assam and nowhere else in the world. That means it is found only in Assam, okay students? So I hope it is clear to you till here. With this we complete our chapter 3, and if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me, and if not, we are going to proceed toward the exercise, okay students? So that's it. Thank you.